Welcome to the MadLab MMA. I'm Anthony Bush. I'm here with Mike the MadLab Iorato. Mike is via satellite over in New Jersey. Coming back on Thursday, though, so we could watch the biggest card of the year together. What's going on, dude?
What's up, dude? I miss you.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you don't miss your mom's food.
No, bro, I've been eating like such a bro. This morning, I wake up and bro, it's like you're a kid, dude. This is my bedroom when I was growing up, dude. Eggs, bacon, fucking sausage. She's making broccoli and sausage tonight. Fucking meatballs, fucking sausage with pot, bro. Dude, I gained like 5 fucking pounds. That's why tomorrow morning I'm going to the gym every day, though, dude. Every day I've been in the gym.
It's the hard. When I go home to Jersey to visit, like I tell my mom ahead of time, like, hey, just so you know, don't fucking do it. I don't want the pasta forno. I don't want the veal cutlets. But why? They stop. I'm like, go buy some fish right now. Buy some lean steak. I'm not doing it. I'm like,
well, my brother did that. My brother did that last night, man. He made me a nice salmon with asparagus tips and potatoes. It was nice.
But dude, our parents, wow, they fucking go crazy.
Dude, as I'm eating breakfast, she's like, "Do you want me to make nice sausage broccoli tonight?" I'm like, "Mom, I'm eating breakfast, dude."
Oh, it's fucking great. Well, dude, I'm so pumped for this week's card. I mean, we smashed it last week. We swept the bets. We went up like almost 9 units. We won all 5 wagers. It was a tremendous night. Perfect night to head into UFC 280, which is
boxing too, man. We hit all the boxing.
Bro, I can't. And we had Clarissa Shields, great call, lab by decision. Bro, like, I can't remember a card being this stacked. I know sometimes we say the biggest card ever. We said things like that before, and I get that because there's been some other tremendous cards. But really, though, these 5 fights on the main card, dude, like, this is really one of the best cards on paper.
You got Bilal and Brady on the prelims, dude.
They're on the prelims?
Yeah.
Why? They put Barajo on the main card?
No, I'm just saying, if you got to look at the main card, it's Oliveira, Makhachev, Aljamain, TJ, Peter Yan, Sean O'Malley,
Dariush,
Gamrot, and Dariush, and they put Caitlin and Fariat on the.
They put Caitlin above Brady, Muhammed.
Yeah.
Wow, bro! I didn't even when I was putting to cover the fights today. I didn't put UK in. I put the Bilal Brady fight.
I thought that one. That's the one we want to cover anyway.
I thought that was the first fight on the main slate.
Well, I think I know what they're doing. You got to remember, they probably want to add a female fight on the main card.
They want to. Hey, that makes sense. But Bilal Brady is fucking. That's my favorite fight on the card.
Think about the prelims. I mean, you have, Muradov and Bralo on the. You have Ozdemir, Krylov. I mean, Petrosian. You got so many good fights on the main.
Dude, I'm so fucking psyched. And honestly, I like that it's early. I want to wake up, have breakfast and coffee, and just fucking go right at it, man. I actually like that it's early this time. So I'm psyched. My wife's away. It's just me and the boys, and we're ready to go this week. This is your first time here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, comment. We appreciate it. Hit the bell, hit the little bell icon so you get notified when we do these shows. And we're doing a special this week. This is probably the lowest price we've done in a long time. We're doing a $19.99 all access UFC 280, and that's good for a month. So not only do you get 280, you get the next 3 cards in a row. I think we're going 6 fight cards straight every Saturday for the next 6 weeks. Going after we had a couple odd weeks where we didn't have fights, which doesn't happen. But now we're going 6 straight. Not a better time to come in. We're on fire. We have the highest unit share of the year as of right now. And $19.99, you're getting fucking everything. Come join us. Go to the website. You'll see it on the homepage. Click on it. It'll go right to the checkout page with the discount in there. Normally $49.99, $19.99 first month special. Come play with us. We're going to have a great time. We have an awesome Stat Hero contest too. So Stat Hero's doing a 2-for-1 contest, cash only. So, a lot of these things have cash and bonus coins. This is a straight 2-for-1 cash. And to be honest with you, I looked at the game. It don't look that hard to beat, bro. It don't look that hard to beat at all. So I'm planning on playing everything I got on that Stat Hero game, taking them down. And then we have something new too. So a buddy of mine I went to college with named Mike, really great guy, fraternity brother actually, launched this brand new, it's free, called Game Day Plus. It's this new free Web 3.0, crypto website where there's free games to play. And he involved us in the MMA part of it. And we just make our picks. You have to set up a wallet. It takes 2 seconds. It's called a Dapper wallet. It's on the Flow blockchain. If you don't know what that means, don't even fucking worry about it. It's easy. You literally just sign up with an email address, and then you pick against our picks. Like me and Mike made the picks yesterday. You try to beat our picks. There's a leaderboard. If you win, you get some Flow, which is a cryptocurrency for free, deposited into your wallet on the site. So it's a completely free to play game. They want to get exposure. You just pick the fighters either side with the odds. And then for the main card, you try to estimate in what minute the fight will end. And then you submit. It's real easy. Definitely want all you guys to play. It costs absolutely nothing. If you've never been involved with crypto before, this would be a good, easy way just to get a wallet set up and earn a little free crypto, because shit is going to just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So better to learn about it now. And it's a free, fun game. Just pick the fights either side. So all good.
And if you're into crypto and what is it called, NFTs and stuff, you got to check out Anthony's show, NFT Prime Time, which he talks about all that stuff.
I'm doing one in 2 weeks. I got to do one again. I was going to do it today, but I'm just so fucking busy with Veronica and the kids in New Jersey right now. So I got to get back on it. But yeah, come check it out. NFT Prime Time on YouTube. Little show we do about NFT and crypto. Now, before we go to the to break down the fights, we got some news. MadLab sent me over the bullet points here. The wagers, briefly review last week's card. Perfect card. We only actually picked one fight wrong, which you were going to pick us on, Sal.
I know.
And last minute you flipped to Henry.
But that's why I didn't put him in any of the parlays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't put Henry in any of the parlays. I told you, and I was going to pick him, and I flipped. And I think Henry was the right pick as far as a pick, but there was no way I was taking him at that odds. And I knew that the way he slows down the fight, he has a way to lure you into that kind of fight. And I said, I'm not taking the chance. So we avoided another landmine. That's one thing we've been good with all year, is avoiding landmines. Like everybody else had Henry high up on their brackets for parlays and stuff like that. We kept even our suicide parlay, the suicide parlay that was like plus 400 or whatever it was. We kept Henry was the guy off. We had a perfect card. We only got one fight wrong, but it was the one fight that I was teetering with all week. Like, do I pick him? Do I not pick him? I wouldn't have put a wager in on him anyway if I would have picked him, though. I would just kept it as is.
What do you think of Alexa Grasso? I think she's really good.
I think she gets better every fight. I do. I think she gets better every fight. I think she's got great stand-up. I think she's got a good takedown defense. I think she's got to work on her grappling a little bit. I mean, obviously, but whatever she's doing, it's working for her. She's got that Mexican style to her. She really does. Like I told you in the breakdowns, I didn't think she did. I thought she had a little bit of it, but not like that full-blown. But she does. And actually, what the funny thing was, when I went to this place called the Gypsy Bar up in where the hotel I was staying in, Cockshock, PA or whatever, and there was a Mexican busboy behind the bar, and I was like, one of your girls fighting tonight, and he's like, who? And I was like, Alexa Grasso, and we started talking about all the Mexican fighters. He's never heard of her. He doesn't watch MMA, but we started talking about all the Mexican fighters like Chavez and all these guys, and we were talking about
Morales.
We talked about that trilogy. He's like, that was one of the greatest trilogies of Snap. And he was asking me, he started looking on his phone about her. And I was like, look at her. She's going to be the next Mexican, like next to, he heard of Rina Aldana, because she's big up, but it's something about the Mexican. And I didn't think she had that, but she does, dude. She does have that like Mexican warrior pride to her.
She's got a great stand up, dude.
Very good. Very sharp. Very sharp.
I like her a lot. I like her. Like out of all the female fighters, like she's right up there for me. I like watching her fight. I think she's good. She got great potential. I don't think she could take out Shevchenko, but she's fucking good, bro. She's a good fighter.
What about me being 2-0 on the bums?
On the bums?
Aspen Ladd, bum.
Out.
Maximov, bum.
Oh man, I'm so happy that fucking guy. I can't stand him.
Bum.
Maximov. Like he's just a fucking dork.
Can you imagine he called out Bo Nickel, dude? And Shemaya?
It's so stupid.
I mean, come on, dude. Well, yeah, that was a bet that we hit. We hit Malkoun at dog money.
I love that pick from the minute you said it. Like, I love that fucking pick, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, no, it was a good. We had a good night. It was a great night. It was one of our better nights. I mean, nine units.
And it was almost a perfect night on the picks. It just one wrong, which was our sunset.
Yeah.
You know, great night.
Then we had Clarissa Shields versus Marshall.
Yeah, good
decision.
I didn't watch the fight. You said it was just she demolished her, right?
Well, it was in spots. Like she won every round, but she won every round in MMA terms. Like, how many times have we seen 3-minute round, or the first 3-4 minutes you got somebody completely, it's a close fight, but you can see they're winning, and then at the end of the round they get a takedown and they secured a takedown. That's how Clarissa Shields was winning our rounds, because there were points of times where Marshall had her against the ropes and she was hitting her and teeing off on her a little bit, but then all of a sudden Shields would turn the table with like a minute left in a round and she would boom, steal the round, and she stole almost every round.
That's always been a great strategy that I don't know why a lot of boxers don't do that. Like, those last 45 seconds, like, you could easily steal the round from the judges all the fucking time. You come on strong at the end, you throw some volume,
Yeah.
That's good. So now, that's good. We did that. Anderson Silva, Jake Paul.
October 29th.
What do you think, bro? I'm grab my sweatshirt real quick. What do you like?
I'm going with Anderson Silva. But like I said, man, age doesn't stop. The age doesn't wait for anybody. I know Kwan's going to try. The Kwan speaker is going to chirp any minute. I know it, but you got to give the kid credit, because he's at a point. He's at a point now. I was listening to, it wasn't Eddie Hearn. I was listening to somebody, and they said, maybe it was Malignaggi. I think it was Malignaggi, and he was saying, you gotta give this kid credit for one reason, because he's at his point in a career now. He can't avoid these fights. He's not. They're not going to put him against top caliber boxers. But if he's going to stick in this wheelhouse of MMA and stuff like that, now he's got no choice. He's got to fight top caliber strikers. He's got to fight not the Tyron Woodleys. He's got to fight guys who literally know how to strike. And he's putting himself in a position now where if he wins this fight, I mean, 40-something years old or not, he's still, beat Anderson Silva when Chavez couldn't do it. Chavez Jr. couldn't do it.
If the Silva shows up that fought Chavez, he beats Paul easily in a decision.
I think that's what I think. I think he beats him in a decision.
But if Silva, how it is with that age thing, like, it just happens overnight sometimes to guys. We've seen it happen with all kinds of athletes. You saw it happen with Peyton Manning. Like, it just, all of a sudden, it just happens overnight. So that could happen. He might come in and all of a sudden be old like he's supposed to be, because the way he came out against Chavez, he wasn't supposed to look like that.
You got to remember too, bro. You got to remember this too. I'm not saying it's going to happen, and I don't want to ruin anybody's party. But the fact of the matter is, this kid has a lot of money behind him. And you don't know if he's offered fights to people and said, listen, like, you throw this fight, we're going to give you X amount of dollars. And it's not really going to tarnish Anderson Silva's MMA legacy. It's out of his wheel. This is boxing. You don't know. Like, this kid's got a lot of money behind him, dude. A lot of money behind
these MMA guys, the only reason why they're doing this is to get a paycheck.
Of course. Of course.
What I mean? Because they didn't make enough money in their careers with MMA because they've been underpaid forever.
But I'm not saying that's happened. I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me if there were clauses on the table, like, to really angle it towards him and give him more money and say, but I'm going to say Anderson Silva by decision. That's going to be my final pick.
That's my pick too. Silva by decision. You know what? Paul has grown on me a little bit. I still want him to fucking lose, though. And I want to show that.
Oh, no, I don't want him to beat Anderson Silva. No way.
No.
We got to watch that fight, dude.
Yeah, of course. Actually, Veronica's going to be coming back that day, so we'll have a party.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know Rogan's not going to be there. Oh, he don't travel to Abu Dhabi, right? He don't travel overseas.
Yeah, well, he has his option to. He can or he can't, but it's his option not to. So Paul Felder is actually replacing Rogan for 280, which I don't know how I feel about that.
I love Felder.
I love him, but don't you like Rogan in the pay-per-view spots?
I used to more. Now I'm kind of over it. Like, I don't think he brings. I like Felder's commentary. I like Rogan's antics and I like that. But I like Felder's commentary better than Rogan's.
Yeah, well, he's
Why is he not going?
He's got a clause in his contract ever since they sold the company that it's his option whether or not he wants to travel overseas or not. He only does pay-per-view events. And then he's also a clause in his contract that says If he wants to go, he can go. But if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to go. So it could be he has a show. It could be he just doesn't want to go to Abu Dhabi. I don't know why he wouldn't want to be there for this fight.
Fucking biggest card. I mean, this is such a huge card.
Yeah,
I mean,
so I don't know. He's also, there's rumblings too about it. He's got one foot out the door. He knows. He even said, if Dana White ever leaves, I'm gone. That's in his contract.
It ain't about the money with him no more. He's got all the money in the world. Like once you get started past the point, it ain't even about the money. He just loves to do it, but it ain't about the money no more.
Yeah, but I'm saying even he said it's in his contract too. Once Dana White leaves, he's leaving. That's it. He's gone.
Yeah, I don't blame him. You know, he makes so much money with the show.
I just don't understand why he wouldn't want to be there for this.
I know. I haven't looked forward to a card this much in probably 3 years.
Yeah, I mean Makhachev and Oliveira, you don't want to be cage side for that. Calling that fight.
The whole card.
I know, but I'm saying this fight is that fight alone. Like, how do you not want to be unless he's got a show? He could have one of his tours, or you don't know. I didn't look into it, but I just
wouldn't miss this card for the world.
Yeah, me neither, dude.
Fuck. All right, before we get to the fights, last two topics here. CMC Trade Talks. I didn't see that the Niners were actually actively looking.
They said there's 3 takers. Not takers, but there's 3 teams. And Quan, chime in. There's 3 people on the top of the list right now. It's the Bills, it's the Rams, and it's the Niners. That's the rumors. That's the rumor because you got Elijah Mitchell coming back in a couple weeks.
Niners.
Bro, if the Bills get him, forget about it. It's over, dude.
Oh my God. You know, CMC's salary is like nothing this year, too.
No, I think it's a lot. I think it's $65 million, isn't it?
They restructured something for this year's salary. It's only like $2 million.
Maybe. Well, they're blowing up. I was talking to my buddy about it last night because he's the one who sent me the clip. It seems like they're blowing up the whole team.
Yeah, well, they have to just rebuild, man. They're a fucking mess of them.
They're blowing up the whole team. But I don't even know if I want the Niners to have him, dude.
Why?
Like because he's probably going to get fucking hurt. They're going to have to give away.
With the jinx all the time. He's probably going to get hurt.
But dude, he's always. I said in the beginning of the season, the guy's always hurt. He's always hurt.
He hasn't been hurt this year, has he?
But he hasn't performed to good levels.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, come on. If you feed the guy fucking 30 times a game, he's going to get his due. But I mean, his body. It's only week 7 too, bro. I mean, 6.
You wouldn't have to do that in San Francisco, though.
No, you're right. He wouldn't have to. But you think about the picks that they're going to have to give up. They want picks, dude. They're going to be blowing up that team for draft picks and stuff. So we're going to have to be giving up a lot for him.
Let's see.
Nobody. He'll get I think a second or third round.
Who do
Maybe
you think?
one first.
Who do you think? Where do you think he goes, Quan? You think he goes to the Rams?
No, they need help. But I keep seeing Cam Akers and a few first rounders and a third rounder, I think, for him, which makes sense because Cam Akers still young, but he's injury riddled too. So it kind of be like
CMC has 400 yards rushing, and he has 33 catches for almost 300 yards. So he's got 700 total yards 6 games into the season. He's on pace for 2,000 total yards for the year.
Yeah, I know, but he's all they got.
And that's without him. That's without him going off yet either.
See, I looked at
those are like coming behind though.
Yeah, they're because they're always playing from behind.
They're empty stats.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I looked into it because of that trade I told you about. It was some guy wants to give me Quan. Listen, it's some guy in my league wants to give me Jeff Wilson for Njoku, the tight end for Cleveland. And I was like, why the fuck would he want to do that? Why? And then I'm thinking to myself, Shanahan's the type of guy, if you fumble a couple times, you're on the bench, dude. Like, that's the way he is. But then I looked, Elijah Mitchell's coming back. There's rumblings about them.
He is coming back. I told you. I knew.
I didn't think they were going to rush him back, but they are.
Yeah.
So you got Mitchell coming back in a couple weeks. Jeff Wilson's coming off a couple fumbles. Shanahan's in that headspace. And CMC's on the table right now. So it's like, do I make that trade at this point? I don't know.
Who's your other tight end?
I got Kittle, but he's a blocking tight end this year. That's what Kittle is.
Yeah, it's surprising because Garoppolo's.
Well, their tackle that is hurt, dude. They got a lot of guys on the line that are hurt. So and he's a great blocking tight end. So he's blocking and he's shedding, but he's not getting a lot of work. So he's really not like a top 3 tight end like he should be this year.
And Njoku's pretty good.
Njoku's I got him, dude. I've been playing him in my tight end. He's been playing great.
He's been great.
So I don't know.
We'll see. Last but not least, this guy, I can't stand that Mayweather's constantly, we're still talking about this fucking guy. He just fought, like, by the way, he's fighting like, you don't even hear about it. Like, he just fought in some weird country. He fought somebody and he made like another $20 million. Like, he's just like fighting underground. You don't even know what he's doing, making money. And now you're hearing about Mayweather, Nate Diaz, Ryzen. I didn't hear this.
Yeah, bro. Ryzen's looking on funding the fight, dude. They got a lot of money behind them, bro. So they're looking at promoting that fight. Nate Diaz in a boxing match, not MMA. Nate Diaz and Mayweather. I'll tell you what, dude. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight.
I do. I don't want to see Mayweather. I don't want to see Nate Diaz. I don't want to see any of these motherfuckers.
In a boxing fight, you don't think that'd be interesting? I mean, I think Mayweather would piece him up, but
he's 46 years old. I don't want to see him no more. I hate him. I've hated him my whole life. I still hate him now. I hated him yesterday. I hate him tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
I can't stand the fucking guy. I hate what he's all about.
Respect him though, dude.
You what?
You gotta respect him, dude.
I didn't say I don't respect him. I just fucking hate him. I don't want to hear his name no more.
Yeah, you're gonna hear him for another couple of years. He's gonna keep making that money.
God damn it. All right. Before we break down the main slate over here, don't forget, like the channel, subscribe, comment. We appreciate it. We have a special this weekend, UFC 280, $19.99 DFS Wagers podcast live stream. Maybe we can even do a fight watch party, whatever the fuck we call it, for the main card. Really psyched. $19.99. You're gonna get it all. Come into the Discord. Come hang with all the UFC MMA super fans over here. We have a great time. And we're going to fucking murder this card. We have the Stat Hero game I told you about, 2-to-1 cash game, the Game Day Plus, my buddy's crypto platform. So a lot of good stuff going on. Come on board. Come try us out. We'll have a great time and a great weekend. Now, UFC 280 Lab, we'll start right at the top. Actually, let's start at the bottom. Let's start at the bottom. All right?
Let's peel off Chukagian, and we'll add in the Dariush fight.
Okay, so it will peel off the Chukagian fight, which, by the way, I like Fiore in that fight by decision. Just saying. All right, but let's start with Bilal Brady, okay?
I'll ask you. Wait a minute. Yeah, Bilal Brady, I mean. Okay, yeah.
Let's start with Bilal Brady. So me and Lab talked yesterday on the phone a lot about this, about how many people are on Bilal in this fight. I like Bilal. I've never not liked him. I like him as a person. I like watching him in the studio. I like watching him fight. A little bit of a boring fighter, but he's a pretty good fighter. I've always been high on Sean Brady, though. I liked him. He's been in a couple even though he's undefeated, he's been in a couple close fights. But man, the kid can wrestle and he's fucking strong. He's got that wide back, and once he's on top of you, he's really tough to fucking get. He'll just wear on you, man. He's tough to get off you, man. He just holds you down there. And I know Bilal has the experience. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. I'm high on Sean Brady. I think that he's going to get Bilal to the ground. I think he's got better wrestling than Bilal. I think he gets him to the ground. I think he holds him there. I think he wins a decision. And I like Brady by decision. I looked at the line. He's minus 140 right now. By decision, he's plus 125. I don't think he's going to sub Bilal. I don't think he's going to knock him out. I think he's going to wear on him 3 rounds, win a decision. I like Brady by decision. And 8,200, 8,000. I'm going to let you say that, but I'm going to have Brady in a couple spots.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to side with you. I'm picking Brady, but I'm picking him very tentatively, dude. I wouldn't go burying a heavy bankroll on this fight. The line seems a little trappy to me. I mean, because when you look at it first look and you look at Bilal being, who he is, and he's a boring fighter, a lot of people will get sucked into that. Well, he's a boring fighter and Brady's so big and he's big back and he's a good grappler and he's one of the Philly guys and this and that. So they can get minus 140. Oh my God. So it could be trappy at times. But here's the thing, man. You got Bilal, who he's going to have Habib in his corner. He's obviously been working on his wrestling.
Yesterday, by the way, when you said he's having Habib in his corner, I was like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's going to have. Yeah, he has Habib in his corner. He's very, very difficult to handle, and he's almost got a Rafael Assunção effect to him. There's nothing flashy about him. There's nothing, crazy about his style. He's not dynamic. He doesn't really have one major strong suit, but he's durable. He's solid everywhere. He's got crazy conditioning. He's got good wrestling. He's got, a sneaky striking. Can he be hit and stuff? Yeah, but he's been through the wars, man. He's been through the mud. He's been through the wars. We've seen him beaten down and win. We've seen him, be the hammer and be the nail. We've never seen Brady in situations against the level of competition. Look how many fights. Look what he did to Vicente Luque. I mean, really, look at that fight with Vicente Luque. Like, there's no way you would think that Vicente Luque would be trigger shy. So people are like, "Oh, he's trigger shy."
That was
surprising. But he made him trigger shy. You know what I mean? So it's like he's like a Sun Tzu. He knows how to make you trigger shy. He knows how to make you fight his fight. So the only thing that concerns me with this fight is, what if Sean Brady does go for the takedown and doesn't get it? What if he gets him to the ground and can't start working his grappling because Muhammad's right back to his feet? What if Muhammad's movement and stuff starts fighting? And then Brady starts overcommitting, undervaluing his skill set and starting to get like panicky. And here we go. Now the adrenaline dump starts coming. Now he starts gassing down. Bilal's like, I've been here 100 times before, and you've never been here before. So that's what concerns me here. I think Brady is the rightful favorite. I'm going to pick him here, but I'm going to pick him tentatively. I think the price. I think the odds are correct. They should be minus 140 plus 120. I think they're fine. DraftKings is fine. I think both of these guys hold value because of their prices. If one guy was in the 9K range, I would say absolutely not. But 8,000, Brady's going to bring enough pressure to him where Bilal's going to have to fight. So there's going to be value there. I think there's more value on Brady because I think he's going to be more the offensive predecessor here. But I could see like Brady winning 2 rounds or winning the first round, almost like a fight we're going to talk about shortly. Winning the first round, and then the second round is kind of close. It could be a coin flip, and then the third round he's tired and Muhammad starts pulling away. Like I can see a situation with that too. But I'm going to go Brady. I'm going to go Brady by decision. They both
scored pretty well in DraftKings their last 5 fights too.
Yeah, just for the mere fact what you said. I think that he's the bigger fighter. He's the stronger fighter. He's going to be more the bullish fighter. And I think if it's a close fight, I think the judges are going to see like he was the one that was moving forward. He was the one landing the more significant shots. He's more explosive. So I'm going to go with you there, but I think this is a really good fight. This is a fight I would not be shocked at all if Bilal wins, but I'm going to go Brady.
I love this fight. And, like when you look at Brady, I mean, the last 5 fights, 83, 104, 104, 99, 105, all 3-round fights too. So he throws numbers up. Muhammad, for being a slower guy, he's actually put up decent points too. Wonder Boy, 132 points. Luque, I know 5-rounder, 108, 93 against Lima. So, I mean, this is a fight that you probably should have some shares of, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Listen, this is a perfect fight for that. 8,200, 8,000, right? That's what it is. You flip them in and out. You always go with the high number guy first, so you're saving room for the lower price guy. But I'm going to have more shares of Brady here, but I will not be fading Bilal because even if Bilal loses at 8,000, he might put up enough output to stabilize you in a cash game setting, with 40 points or 35 points or whatever, So these guys are interchangeable, but I'm going to have a heavier lean on Brady for sure.
All right, cool. There you have it. Dariush Gamrot. Dariush coming in at plus 165. I'm still shocked by this line. Dariush being the savvy veteran, Gamrot being the new guy on the block. I know he's good, but he just hasn't shown me why he had all this hype coming into the UFC. Honestly, like I watched him fight. I think he's pretty good. I don't think he's amazing. I don't think he just hasn't shown why people were so high on him. And minus 195 is a big slap in the face to Dariush. Dariush has been around for a long time. He's proven himself. He's fought some high-level competition. I can't not pick the dog here in this fight. I want Dariush to win. I like him. I know his chin sometimes a little suspect, but I mean, I got to go with the dog here, and I plus 165 and at a $7,400 price tag, Dariush. I'm going to have shares of Dariush, and I might even throw a unit on him.
Yeah, I agree with you in most of the things that you said, except for one thing. The Tsarkuyan fight turned me on him a little bit. He really fought well. I mean, Tsarkuyan's a tough kid.
He's tough.
But I think Tsarkuyan won that fight.
I thought he won that fight too, but it was really close. It was really
close. But I did think Tarquin won that. I think he did enough to win. But that was the fight that kind of turned. Like when he fought Carlos Diego Ferreira, like you could see spots where he just didn't look good. You know, I seen all spots in his fights where he didn't look good. The fight against Tarquin, where it was a 5-round fight, and he literally put it all out there. He showed his wrestling, he showed his grappling. There were points where he out-grappled Tarquin. There were points where he was striking him. His cardio looked good. Like he looked like the Gamrot that he was supposed to look like in that fight. So like I said, I don't undersell Tarquin at all, but why they're underselling Dariush his entire career, dude. Dariush has been undersold his entire career, you know, and there were points and times where I picked against him, like even with the Alexander Hernandez when he came in and debuted against Dariush. Everyone's like, "You're fucking crazy if you think this kid's going to beat him." And I was like, "There's something about Dariush because he reminds me of Opie in a way. You know who Opie is?
No,
like Sleepy Eeyore from Sleepy from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Opie. He's not explosive. He's like Opie. You know what I mean? So I said, if Alexander Hernandez can come in, catch him cold, he's going to knock him out. And that's what he did. He came in like Opie. And, so it takes him a little while to get into his rhythm. But when he does and he breaks that sweat, he's super sharp. A lot of people just see him for his grappling. He's actually a really good striker, Dariush. He's a very good kickboxer. So he's got very good striking behind him. He's got sick, insane grappling behind him. He runs King's MMA right by our office in Anaheim. That's his. Yep. That's his. So he's like the main guy there. So the guy's great, and the guy's never getting his shine. The only problem with him, he has two problems. One thing is he's Opie, and the second thing is he can be clipped and he can be caught. And you got a guy now in Gamrot who has all the functionalities that he has. He has the grappling. He has the striking. He's got much better explosion. He's shown that he has good cardio. He's going to be the stronger fighter in there. The only thing that really weighs in Benil's favor is his level of competition. He's been there before. He's taken the L. He's been the hammer. He's been the nail. Like he's got all that. So to me, this should be much more of an even money fight.
Well,
so
Laz, let me ask you a question about the level of competition, right? So, because Dariush, he's fought very good fighters, but he hasn't fought the top of the division.
Nobody wants to fight. A lot of people don't want to fight him.
He fought Ferguson, but that's kind of when Ferguson started going the wrong way. That was his last fight. Ferreira, solid, good fighter. Holtzman, good fighter. Close, good fighter. Camacho, good fighter. Dober, good fighter. Thiago Moises, good fighter. But those aren't like that's like the second tier.
Yeah, but then you go down his resume more. He fought Michael Johnson more in his prime. Jim Miller more in his prime. Carlos Diego Ferreira the first time more in his prime. Anthony Rocco Martin was a good fighter back in the day. Yep. Beat him. Charlie Brenneman. I know Charlie Brenneman personally. Beat him. Like he's fought a lot of good dudes, bro.
Good level competition. Yes.
Never great. Like he lost to the Edson Barbosas of the world. You know what I mean? But he's the guy's right up there, dude. The guy is right up there. You know what I mean? So, and people do say he's chinny, but okay, how chinny is he, dude? Like, okay, he got caught by Alexander Hernandez and he got caught by Edson Barboza in a coupling of 3 fights. So people right away, oh my God, he not knocked out 3 times, 2 times. So I don't know, dude. I just think this is a fight where people are sleeping on him again. And I think this is a fight that he can win. And I'm agreeing with you. Plus 165. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it just yet. If you want to know if I do, I'm leaning 50-50 on if I'm gonna. You go to MadLabMMA.com. We got the special $19.99 over there for the month. You'll have a ton of bets this week. I'm loading up that bet pack this week with parlays and props, and this one might be in there. I don't know, but I'm going with Dariush at plus 165 as my pick. I don't think he finishes Gamrot, but I think he can squeak out a decision here for sure.
I like it. How do you like the DraftKings? 7,400. The guy fucking scores every.
He just has to win, dude. He just has to win. He just has to win. And I think if you're going to roster Gamrot, you got to look at the fact that he's going to play a little hesitant with him. He's not going to go in. He's not going to charge in on a guy that can grapple like Dariush. He's not going to go in. He's not going to get reckless against the guy. Or maybe he will because he did it against Tarquin. I mean, Tarquin's solid as hell, and he threw caution to the wind. But I don't know if you want to do that because even in the Tarquin fight, how many times did we watch when we were watching it? we saw Tsarkanian making little mistakes because he's young. He made little mistakes because Dariush don't make those mistakes, dude.
I like Tsarkanian, man.
I love him. He should have won that fight. That fight, he should not have lost that fight.
Very close. He let it slip away.
Yeah, even the announcers thought that Tsarkanian won that fight.
I thought he did, but I couldn't get mad about it, though.
No, you can't get mad about it, but I'm saying he should have won that fight, but he did make these little mistakes that we saw. We were talking about him that Dariush doesn't make, dude. He is not going to make those mistakes. So you got to wonder, is Gamrot going to be a little hesitant coming in? Is he going to give him a little bit more respect because he's like the savvy veteran? He's going to probably have to finish him or put a really hardcore clinic on Dariush in a decision to cover his value. So all the DraftKings, unless he gets that knockout, to me is on Dariush's side.
I agree with you there, bro. All right. One of my favorite fights. They're all fucking great. Hey, my favorites. Peter Yan.
Oh boy.
Sean O'Malley, man. So when this line first came out and they announced
guys, this is where the predictions start going sideways. Watch.
But when the fight for Jan's gonna murder him, right? I said it too. I was like, wow, -400 or -380 opened up, and I was like, wow, O'Malley's crazy taking this fight. Jan's gonna fucking mow him down. And then little by little over time, I'm watching some shows, UFC, I'm watching some podcasts. I'm just like downloading my own data. I'm just thinking about it, looking at the size, the reach, thinking about how Jan fights, thinking about this is a 3-rounder, not a 5-rounder, thinking about how slow Jan starts in every fucking fight and how well he comes on in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, watching all his fights. I've watched all of Jan's fights. I've watched all of O'Malley fights. And little by little, I just keep getting this intuition that this is a tougher fight for Jan than originally I thought. And O'Malley's a fast starter. Jan's a slow starter. If this was a 5-round fight, I would have no doubt picking Jan. No fucking problem. Just watching the way he fights and how he comes on. But knowing it's a 3-round fight, knowing he's a slow starter, knowing O'Malley's output, knowing how clever he is. And me and Lab talked about it this morning. And Lab watched what's his name? Your boy, Spike Hair.
Who?
Fucking, oh my God, I can't think of his name. What's this? The show we always watch. Oh my God, Hardy breakdown. And we literally talked about this 2 hours ago on the phone. I could see O'Malley winning round 1 easily. Then I could see O'Malley a tight second round where Jan comes on in the second half of the second round, but doesn't do enough to win the second round, and O'Malley's up 2-0. Then I could see Jan really putting it on him in round 3, but the decision still goes to O'Malley, knowing that if it would have gone to the 4th and 5th, what would have happened, right? But I could see O'Malley winning this by decision. O'Malley by decision right now is +400. I can't not take a stab at plus. I don't think O'Malley can knock him out. I can't not take a stab at O'Malley by decision at +400. I got to plug it. I really think it's going to go that way. I really fucking do. So I'm picking Sean O'Malley here. And he's 6,900 on the card in DraftKings, which is fucking ridiculous. 6,900. I got to take O'Malley here, bro.
All right. I'm going the other way, and I'm going to tell you why. I think you're right. Your assessment was spot on with how he would win. Without a doubt, that's the way he wins. Jan's a slow starter. We saw it with Aljamain Sterling. We were like, he's going to fucking destroy him. Then the second round got a little bit closer. And then the third round, he started cutting. Everything started going sideways. But here's the thing, dude. Jan has one thing that O'Malley doesn't. He can fucking take him down, dude. He could literally he took Sterling down 7 times, dude. 7 times. He wanted to beat him at his own game. He took him down 7 fucking times. So when you look at does he rather stay on his feet? Yeah, but I mean, if you look at his graduate, 7, 1, 2, he went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights in a row with takedowns. It's not like he doesn't look for him. He'll look for him and he'll shoot for him. Now, is O'Malley long enough, rangy enough, has good lateral movement enough, especially against the cage when he's back and forth to spring off because he loves using the cage. One thing about O'Malley is he likes bringing you back to the warning track, putting his back against the cage, sliding one way, sliding, and bouncing off it and giving him that little spring to get him away. As he's moving out of the center line, he's hitting you as he's moving. That's one thing he's masterful at. But he doesn't check leg kicks. And if he starts softening up that leg in round one, that's the game plan. Like if I was Jan's corner, I'd say, listen, from round one, you start softening up his legs, take away his movement. Round two, we start takedowns. That's it. You soften his legs up. Round two, that's when you start assaulting. You assault the legs in round one. You utilize that to take him down in round two. Screw standing on the feet with this kid, unless you got him on the ropes. But that's the only thing. Like O'Malley doesn't have anything outside of his striking. If his striking goes awry, his game goes awry. If he's starting to get chewed up on the feet, he's not going to move forward. He's going to back up. He's going to, keep him on the end of his jab, keep him on the end. So for me, it's the paths, dude. It's just the paths that he has to win are far greater than O'Malley's. Now, if he decides to stand up and says, like, I'm going to show this kid because he's a youngster, he doesn't even belong in the same cage as me, even with striking, he could absolutely lose a decision. But I don't see him. I just don't see him losing. I would be not shocked, but I would be surprised if O'Malley beat Peter Yan, dude. Like, I would be surprised. I would, dude.
I said that when the fight first got in. I said the same thing, and just little by little.
Like, do you think O'Malley can beat like Aljamain Sterling or TJ Dillashaw? Honestly,
no, probably not. I don't think. I just, for some reason,
do you think Peter Yan would give those two guys a great fight? He did.
I just think that the 3-round thing is the biggest disadvantage that Yan could have.
Yeah, I guess.
Unless he comes out a different Peter. You watched all his fights. When does he ever come out hot?
Yeah, but O'Malley doesn't either really come out super hot.
Hotter than fucking Yan.
No, yeah, he comes out hotter, but I'm saying, but I could see like you said, the first round being very, not that non-activity, but just using his length, and he's clipping him with the jab and clipping him with the jab and then he steals round one. O'Malley gets round one. And then round two was super close. And then round three, who are they going to give it to? Maybe the UFC brass, is pushing O'Malley a little bit. I don't know, but I don't know, man. There's just something about this fight with the paths. I see your point, and I say if that's the way he's going to win, that's the way he wins. But I don't know, man. I would be surprised I would be very impressed with him if he beat Yan. Like he's
got a lot to prove.
You would have to be sold on him at this point.
He has a lot to prove, O'Malley, right here. Yeah. This is like his proving ground, right after what happened with Vera, with the thing, and what happened with the last fight with I forgot the last.
He hasn't lasted, dude. He just hasn't fucking lasted. And
Munoz fight with the eye poke, he's had some, shitty things kind of happen too. Like he has a lot to prove right here. So
I mean, it's just the guy.
I'm his biggest fan because he annoys me sometimes, but I mean, if there's a time to prove it right here that you are who the potential and the hype is behind you, this is the fight he has to win.
Just look at his competition, dude. Where Andre Sukumtoth, Quinones, Eddie Wineland, Vera, he lost by injury, Almeida, Montino, Paiva, and Pedro Munoz, who you can't gauge anything from that fight. Like, he hasn't fought anybody, dude.
And he was losing the first round of that Munoz fight.
Yeah, and Vera was chewing him up. Two guys that were actually, people know who they are. They were chewing him up. So it's like, you think now all of a sudden he's going to flip the table on Yan? I don't know. Maybe you're right. I got to go Yan.
This is why he's a big dog, because of the things you just said.
Yeah.
But I just think the 3-round thing and the slow start and the volume.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say Peter Yan finishes him.
Oh, I would actually love to see that.
What are the odds on that? Hold on.
Yan by knockout?
Yan inside the distance. Yan inside the distance. Yan inside
plus 250.
Plus 250. If I were to touch that fight on Yan's side, that's a prop I wouldn't mind.
Wow, DraftKings O'Malley by decision plus 500.
That's a great value play. I'm going to be. I'll tell you that's a great value play. That's a great value play.
I got to plug that.
You guys got to remember, when it comes to betting, it's not all about who you think it's going to win. It's about where the value is.
I would plug both. I would plug O'Malley by decision and Jan by inside the distance. They're both that big plus money.
What's Jan by decision?
Jan by decision is he's minus 110 by decision, right, but so Jan inside the distance is plus 250.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think that's a great value. Like, listen, I'm picking Jan, but Sean O'Malley plus 500 by decision. That's the way he wins. If he wins this fight, he's not going to finish him. That's what I'd be shocked if he finished him, dude. Imagine.
I'd be shocked. How do you like the DraftKings? Jan 300, O'Malley 6,900.
I don't like it. I think all the values on O'Malley.
Yeah, for sure.
6,900. But if Jan wins, is he gonna fucking cover? In a 5-round loss, he had 51. He's got. Was Sandhagen 5? Yeah. 5-round. He scored 108.5 against Sandhagen. That was a great fight. I don't know. Like, he's gonna have to really. To me, he's gonna probably have to finish O'Malley because there's no way he's gonna come charging in on O'Malley. He's gonna have to try. Unless he starts rinsing, repeating them on takedowns and gets 5, 6, 7. I don't know. You know what I mean? But that's a dangerous play. And I think, believe it or not, I think people are going to hop on Jan because of everyone's so undersold on O'Malley and all his antics right now. I think a lot of people might. So he might be pretty heavily owned at 9,300 where you could pivot somewhere else.
Yeah, you got to think the casuals are going to be all over O'Malley at 6,900.
You think so?
The casuals, the Sugar Sean O'Malley, the hype.
Yeah, it could go either way too, though, because you got to remember the casuals also watch the Sterling and Jan fight and Twitter and everything. Oh, Jan won that fight. Jan got ripped off. Sterling's a pussy. He faked the injury. He did this and that. People are thinking that this guy was the champion. He should be the champion. He's really in Cowboy Oliveira, not Cowboy, in Chucky Olive's air right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the whole belt thing and the situation. And so, I don't know, man. I'm curious to see what my projections are going to look like with this.
All right. Now, co-headliner, Aljamain Sterling, TJ Dillishaw. TJ comes back from the dead after the banned substance, the blood doping, comes back, beats Corey Sandhagen in a tough fight. Very close, debatable fight there. I thought TJ did win the fight, but that was close. He was wearing it, though. If you look at damage alone, it looked like he lost that fight, but I think he won. Aljamain coming off the win against Jan after coming off the previous win where he got kneed in the head but was getting fucking destroyed that fight. And then the knee to the head, we know what happened there. And then he comes back and wins, which was still another close fight too. The Aljamain Jan too, because Jan came on again at the end of the fight like he always does. Another tough fight here, but man, I'm just going with the dog again. I think that Aljamain, after watching him, he does gas. And TJ doesn't. TJ's got a fucking tank. He comes out strong at the end. He's a fucking gamer. He's really tough to put away. He's just that fucking kind of guy. He's in tremendous shape right now. I like him at plus 150. And I think TJ Dillishaw takes the belt from Aljamain Sterling.
How do you think he does it?
By decision.
All right, there's another one we disagree on. I'm going
with by the way. TJ plus by decision is plus 300.
All right, I'm gonna go out on another limb on this one. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I think this situation is gonna go down. So everybody knows from back in the day, dude. Like, I'm a diehard. I love Dillishaw, dude. Like, I was always a major Dillishaw fan, and I still am. But the thing with TJ Dillishaw is what you got to remember is his style is based off timing, dude. He's a timing fighter. He does that whole thing where he's in there like that and he's hopping around. He's got that, like, Sandhagen really copped his style in a way. You know what I mean? So he's a timing fighter. He's been away from the game for a long time. He's in great shape. Don't get me wrong. I told you I saw pictures of him. The guy's he's always in good shape. But he is a timing fighter. And you got to wonder, how long is it going to take for him to kick that cage rust off and really get into his groove where someone like Aljo comes out right out of the gate? Look what he did to Jan. Remember when he was chewing Jan up in round one?
Yeah, but TJ came out strong against Sandhagen. He didn't show ring rust.
No, he didn't show ring rust, but he's not going to come out. But you got to remember, those two trained together for years, dude. They know each other. He knows what his nuances are, you know? So he's fighting a guy in Sterling who's just as they call him the Funk Master for a reason, bro. He's just as awkward, but in his own way. And he comes out throwing like it's the last minute of the final bell. So you got to think that he's going to take round one. You got to just think that he's going to take round one. You know, and then round two, is Dillishaw going to be able to make the adjustment on the fly? Maybe, maybe not. You're right. He does gas. But I just think that, you know, and there's a lot of things that people are saying too. They're saying, well, if you look at Dillishaw, this is a guy, like you said, he's going to come. You know, he's going to fight. You know, he's going to go out in the shield. And we've seen Aljo. Okay, maybe you want to say he wanted to quit or he backed out, whatever people want to say. But when the going gets tough, is he really going to be in there to fucking win, or is he going to be in there to survive?
Does he have the championship medal?
Right, I get it. Yes, 100%. So that's what a lot of people are saying, where we know Dillishaw does. But how many times has Dillishaw been clipped? I mean, literally put on fucking skates.
Yeah, we saw Garbrandt almost finish him twice.
He does all the time. Every fight, the kid's getting clipped. And then he goes back to the corner, he punches his gloves, and he's like, fuck. You know, like he knows he got clipped. So I could see a situation, and I don't know why I visualized this all week, where Aljamain clips him with either a head kick or clips him with a punch. He goes back and fucking Aljo goes and jumps guillotine.
Yeah, I mean that he's one of the best at it.
You know what I mean? Like, and just goes and jumps fucking guillotine and subs him. You know, but then I could see your side of the coin where he doesn't get him out of there. TJ gets rocked. That's what he needs to wake himself up, like almost like a Justin Gaethje. He gets into his pocket and he finishes Aljo from exhaustion. Like at the end of the fight, just starts fucking teeing off on him.
I think for Aljo to win, Mike, I think he's going to have that back control time for at least 2 rounds, where he wins 2 full rounds by just having that getting on his back and that, like he did to Jan.
I don't think he's going to be able to do that with him, though, dude. TJ.
And I don't know.
Yeah, TJ's a very good wrestler, dude. My whole thing is if he was much more active, like TJ was like really like super, because I mean he hasn't been that active, let's be honest. I'd probably be leaning towards Dillishaw, but to me this is a timing thing. Like it's all a question mark, is his timing going to be there? I don't know. Like you don't know how good his timing is going to be against a guy like Aljo, who's he's all over the place, bro. Like literally throwing things this way, jumping out of the way. He's constantly moving. And did he learn his lesson now and say, like, look, bro, he didn't gas in the second fight with Jan. He kept that gas tank going.
He reserved the tank.
You know, he had a good tank. So, you know, Dillishaw's not going to submit him. He's not going to out wrestle him. I mean, maybe if he gets tired, he will. I shouldn't say that because Jan did. Can he knock him out? Maybe, maybe, but I don't know. To me, it's Dillishaw by decision, or I can honestly, I'm telling you, dude, I could see fucking Aljo clipping him with like a fucking, like a head kick, even just grazing him with something to put him on skates and just jumping fucking guillotine. And maybe it's the wrong move because it could be later in the rounds when they're sweaty and he pops his head out and now he's in top control. And that could be actually the deciding factor to fight in a close fight like that. You know what I mean? Well, now you got Dillishaw on top of him. But I don't know. I'm going to go Aljo here. I'm going to go Aljo. I'm going to say Aljo subs him, dude.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to go out on a heavy limb on that.
You like Aljo 8,500?
I like both of these guys at their value. Yeah, I like both of these guys at their value. I think both of them like a
decent amount of shares of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I would hedge this even though. I like honestly, if you guys had a gun to your head and you had to put these guys in 10 lineups, I probably would go 5 and 5.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
You
great fight. And now we end with the fight everybody's been waiting for. Charles Oliveira. There is a champ, and his name is Charles Oliveira, who's been nothing but dominant, just crushing the top of the division for 12 straight fights. Islam Makhachev, the next heir, the reign, Khabib, the chosen one, Khabib's father, finally gets a shot at it. Even though he hasn't beat a top 5 opponent, I think he rightfully deserves the shot at the title here. MadLab's known to disrespect Charles Oliveira.
I knew this was coming
for years now. And when's he going to get the respect? And, I don't expect him to get it now either. I expect MadLab to pick against him once again. And I'm not doing it. I'm picking Charles Oliveira. Everybody in the world, all the fighters are picking Charles Oliveira. Now, so to say, a lot of people don't want a Dagestani guy to win the title again. So maybe it's biased here. And I think Charles Oliveira has won the respect of everybody in the division, just showing what he's done. But we've seen him get clipped plenty of times, get on his back. The difference here, though, is if he gets on his back, Makhachev's not going to be scared to jump on him and hold him down like most guys do. Like Gaethje made him get up, and Chandler, like, you know, they're afraid to get down with him. Makhachev's not going to be afraid to jump fucking right on him if he clips him like that. And Makhachev could throw on the handcuffs and maybe keep him down. I don't know. I think Charles Oliveira is the best lightweight in the world. I think he's the best submission artist in the UFC. I think he rightfully is the champ for a fucking reason. And I'm not picking Makhachev. I'm picking Charles Oliveira, my fourth dog pick of this fucking last 5 fights right here. And I'm picking Charles Oliveira to retain the title. I know he don't have the title right now because of the weight loss, but we know he's the champ. And I'm going to say Oliveira, he's going to catch him by submission.
You think he's going to sub him?
I don't think he's going to win. I think that's how he's going to win.
You think he's going to sub him?
I think he's going to catch him.
What round? Because if you get this right, dude, we got to make a clip of this. What round? And God, the whole statement right there.
I think he catches him at the end of round 2. Submission. Yeah.
Round 2.
I think Islam makes a mistake somehow while he's trying to take him down, because that's Oliveira capitalizes on just mistakes.
Yeah.
One little mistake, one wrong thing. Islam goes for a takedown, somehow leaves his neck exposed. I can see Oliveira just jumping on his back and just like he's so fast, bro. He sinks it in so fast. Like most guys, you know, they're working. Somehow he's so quick and sinks it in so quick. One wrong mistake, it's sunk in and you're done. It's sunk in, you ain't getting out of it. And I can't pick against Charlie L. I just can't. Charles Oliveira.
So Quan, listen, man, if he gets this right and he subs him at the end of the second round, we got to make a clip of this because this is going to go all over the internet. That's a bold proclamation, dude.
I know it's bold. I can see Makhachev winning the fight. I can, but I can't pick against Charles. I can
see Charles Oliveira winning the fight a lot more now than I did a couple months ago. You know, I like if you would have told me this 2 months ago, I'd be like, dude, he's gonna fucking destroy him. Now I don't think he's gonna destroy. Now the fight does make me nervous. Like I'm not sitting here and saying, oh, dude, it's fucking Makhachev. He's gonna go. It does make me nervous because, like you said, the one thing about Oliveira is that a lot of people don't know. Not any of his submissions are ever the same. It's like no snowflake is similar. He has different adjustments for every submission, like different situations. Different adjustments, different hand positionings, the way he locks you down. Like it's organic and habitual for him. He doesn't have to think about it. It's just so natural for him to say, well, you're here. Well, I'm going to come in this way, or I'm going to get an underhook here, or lock you down here. Like it's very habitual for him. And if you're not in tune with flow grappling, like it's called flow drilling, if you're really not dialed into like a good flow state, you're going to get caught. But on the same flip side, Makhachev has that flow state. And the difference between him and a lot of other guys is when you have a submission grappler like a Chucky Olives, he's submission before position. He's all about, I got to get you here so I could submit you, where Makhachev is all about position, top control, heavyweight distribution, controlling you, staying safe, and then opening up when he can open up. That's where I think it's going to be a problem for Oliveira, because he's not going to make those mistakes. He's not going to get on top of him and look for an armbar real quick. He's not going to get on top of him and look to take his back. He looks for that he's got that Dagestani top control positional game. His hands are on the mat. He's controlling the weight distribution. He's very in tune with where all your limbs are. He's trying to lace your legs. You know, he's throwing elbows. He's loosening you up. And then if there's something that shows, then he's going to go for it. But he does not let loose of his ground control until he knows that he's safe to do it. And that's a problem. That's where I think the problem's going to lie. He's not going to allow Oliveira to get his hips loose. Like, people panic. If you took Chucky Olives down, you're going to be like, I don't give a shit that I'm on top of him.
You're trying to protect yourself from a submission.
Yeah, like you're like he sees something. Is my ankle exposed? Is my wrist exposed? Right. Well, you try to either get up or you try to get something on him real quick. Makhachev, dude, he like they got that calmness about him where he's like, all right, this is where I got him. Now he's gonna roll this way, he's gonna roll that way. it's different. So do I think that the submission is going to be as threatening to him? No, I don't. The thing that I think that could be threatening to him more than the submission game is Oliveira's striking.
He has very sneaky, very underrated striking.
Very underrated. So that's
you even told me what Gaethje said.
Yeah, that's more of my concern, to be honest with you, is what if Makhachev says, I don't want it, because he could be bullshitting. I mean, Khabib and Makhachev said, we're going to beat him at his own game. We're taking him to the ground and we're going to grapple him. That's what they said. They said, we are beating him at his own game. We're going to fucking show these people that they're trying to put their system like the next Gracie system in a way, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, we're going to take him to the ground and we're going to beat him at his own game. So if that stands to be true, I feel safer with that than him standing up and because, bro, he's got really sharp striking. Like, people look at him as for his grappling, but his striking is extremely sharp.
All around, dude. He's fucking champ for a reason.
But he gets rocked in every single fight.
He does.
If he gets rocked in this fight, I'm not saying that Makhachev is going to finish him in that round, but if Makhachev takes him down, he's not getting up, dude. He's not getting up. So you could just count that round in Makhachev's favor. He's not going to get up. He's going to look to play off his back. He's going to look to get his hips loose. He's going to look to throw up something, guillotine, whatever he wants to do. He's not going to look to get up. And if he gets up, Makhachev is going to take his back and bring him and wrestle him right back to the ground. So that's what it boils down to me. If he stings him at least once in a round, I'm confident that if Makhachev gets him to the ground and gets a good solidified position, he's going to hold him there for the whole fucking round. He's not getting up. He's going to try to submit him off his back. It's just his human nature as a grappler. Yep. You know, so I don't know, man. It's a close fight. Like I said, they got 5 rounds to fucking do something, you know. And I think that the finishing rate of Chuck Yalov, I think if you told me the fight finished early, I'd probably say I guess he caught him with a submission. I don't know, like maybe you jump guillotine on him, or when he was going for a takedown, or because that's possible too. You know, on an entry, he could fucking just jump guillotine on him or something. But I don't know, man. I don't see Makhachev as a fraud, bro. Like in any facet. I think he's a fraud. No, but I just think he is everything that Khabib says he is, and everything that his father wanted to groom him to be. And when my son retires, this is the guy who's going to take over. And like, I see him that way, bro. I don't see anybody beating him, dude, right now. I don't see anyone beating him. And I think Oliveira is probably the only guy right now that is a threat. I don't see it, dude. I don't see it. I think Makhachev might even finish him in this fight, like in round 3.
Let's have MadLab eat his words once again, betting against Charles Oliveira. What happens?
I'm gonna pick Makhachev round 4 finish. That's my prediction.
You heard it right here. How about this dog? While you were doing that, I was on the website just checking. How about this dog parlay of O'Malley, Oliveira, TJ, and Dariush plus 5,500?
Say this again.
O'Malley, Oliveira, TJ, and Dariush, right? Plus 5,500 on a dog parlay.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna put it in.
I'll put $25 on it.
Yeah,
sure. Why not? Oof, I'm definitely gonna play that. What do you like about? I mean, DraftKings is good on both sides. I think 78 and 84.
Yeah, it's 5 rounds. You got to think that if they really do stick to what they say, and they're going to try to beat him in his own game, there's going to be transitions, there's going to be takedowns, there's going to be control time, there's going to be submission attempts.
Yeah.
You got to think that whoever wins this is going to absolutely.
I tell you, Lab, the main card besides the Yan fight, they're all like well priced. Like you should be able to make a lot of really good lineups.
Yeah, you should be able
to 8,000, 77. Like the meat, like you said, the meat of the sandwich. All the good fighters are right there in the meat right there. So you can really make some nice lineups this weekend.
So they're not even they got this fight at minus 450 going to doesn't go to decision. So they're expecting somebody to finish this fight. They're expecting they got here we go. They got Oliveira plus 550 by knockout. They got Makhachev plus 300 by knockout. They got Oliveira plus 300 by submission. They got Makhachev plus 200 by this submission. Wow. So they got his submission rate over Oliveira's. Oliveira wins inside the distance is plus 180. Makhachev is minus 105. So they're saying that they're agreeing. I mean, obviously Vegas is agreeing with me. You can tell by the line, but I'll tell you one thing, man. I said the striking scares me. The Chuck Yallis by fucking KO at plus like 550. You never know. I mean, I don't know.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But I think it's Makhachev inside the distance. That's my pick.
All right, let's go. Don't forget to come find us at MadLabMMA.com. We got the special $19.99. You're getting all access to everything. Watch the fights with us, Discord, all the DFS plays, the wagers. We're going to load up the fucking bet pack, breakdowns, podcast, everything. You're not going to get a better price than that. Come join us. Let's crush this fucking card. We just swept the last card. We've had quite a few sweeps, actually, in the last 2 months. We're doing really well right now. Come join us. Let's have some fun, win some money, all right?
Talk to you later.